is 4 or 3 yards, and essentially I'm going to get the first down every time.
I called it a gain of 3. Be 3rd down and 5. Haskell has stayed on the ground their previous 2 snaps. Let's see what they do on a 3rd down and manageable. Westmoreland back. He's got Mason off to his left, now right. Looks like Haskell didn't like the formation that they were in. They're going to take a timeout. Taking a timeout early in the game, but with a freshman back there at quarterback, you can understand why.
Yeah, I mean, you got 3 timeouts, you might as well use them, especially with a freshman quarterback being there. If there's a situation that you don't like and you see your team, especially as a head coach, going into a bad situation, might as well call that timeout early in the game, get your team composed, let them know what you see, what they did wrong, especially if there's a screw up in the play. You make sure you get that corrected early and often. And then later on in the game, you let those things fly because they have the correction initially.
All right, well, welcome into the booth. I'm Seth Campbell alongside Dion Amade. And Dion, former Oklahoma State safety from 2010 to 2013. And, hey, it's just good to have some football back on, isn't it?
Man, I'm telling you, all summer long, the anticipation was, okay, when is football season coming? When's football season? Finally, the day is here. We get to watch some football.
Football at the high school level, football at the college level, football at the pro level. It's all good. All right, 3rd down and 5 for the Haymakers. They're going to give it up the middle, this time to Mason, and he will be stopped short of the first down. Looked like maybe a yard for Mason, and that'll bring up 4th down and 4 in the middle of the field. What are you doing here, Dion?
Hey, man, you're in the middle of the field. You got a freshman quarterback back there. Sometimes you got to play for that field advantage and go ahead and punt the football. But you know who is back in the ball game.
Yes, he
so
is.
They got to be careful where they punt this thing.
James Dover is back deep after coming up a little lame after his last touchdown. He's one of the more dangerous punt returners in the state of Oklahoma. So let's see what Dover can do. Flags down on the play, and that might be a too many men on the field penalty. No, does that delay a game? Play clock is at 0, so we'll have a delay a game penalty. And, well, your formation and your field advantage that you had just got a little worse.
Yeah, and I mean, those are things that you expect to happen in the first game of the season. I mean, special team unit comes on, the punter comes out, doesn't take a look at the play clock before he goes out there, and he just lets it run out.
So when kicked away from Dover towards the sideline, he'll haul it in with one hand and make a man miss. Up the sideline, he'll go out of bounds around the 30-yard line. Dover showing his athleticism. Still doesn't look full speed, but he's not coming out of the game.
Nah, it seems like he's going to try and tough it out. You can see he's spatted up right now, so they wrapped up that ankle heavily, and everything seems to be a challenge right now. He didn't look full speed at all in that last punt return. We'll see what he looks like running the ball here.
And that's not what you want if you're Dover. And if you're Dover, you know, this is your senior season. You don't want it to start off any worse than it has. I mean, not necessarily by him scoring a touchdown, but him coming up lame. That's not the envision that you had all summer when you're going through workouts. We'll see what he's doing right now. As they line up in the pistol formation, hey, they're going to give it to their workhorse, and, hey, he doesn't look slow there. Up the middle, down the right hash, bounces it out, and it'll be a gain of, we'll call it 4, bring up 2nd down about 6.
Yeah, and again, big holes to run through for Dover.
And credit the entire front line. They have 3 seniors, but also 2 underclassmen. Their center is a freshman, Gabe Dozier. Right guard, Josie Smith. And it doesn't seem like anybody is touching Dover until he's beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that's the way you want to see it as a running back. Win the line of scrimmage. It's very important. They say that to both sides, for the offense and the defense. You got to win that line of scrimmage.
This time Shanks keeps it, bounces it out outside, and it's a huge hit. That time, Zane Adams comes through, lowers the shoulder on Shanks, and he'll may think twice about taking it next time.
Yeah, I mean, he hit him so hard. The ball even came out. Oh, my goodness. Like, he thought he had the perfect outside leverage right there. He had, oh, man, I can't get over it. That's the first big one of the season,
yes.
And hopefully many more to come. Man, Zane.
Zane lays the hammer, but Shanks does get the first down.
I mean, the ball came out and everything.
Yeah, it was a hit, to say the least. 15 seconds left on the play clock as Gore breaks the huddle. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field, 1 out wide. I formation now, first time we've seen this from Gore. And they'll give it, that's not Dover, but rather James Dozier, who makes a man miss.
And you know who was coming right behind him once again, number 79, Zane Adams, chasing him down.
Gunnar Dozier on the carry. That's another Gore first down, and he moves in to Haskell territory. Gore huddles up. Second possession of the game. They're looking to make it 2 for 2 on scores. They're on the Haskell 44-yard line. Dozier's going to get it once again, and this time he's hit at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Brace Polk. Polk just busted through the line, got into the backfield, and was able to bring Dozier down for a loss.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You let up a little bit of size when you take out Dozier and you put in number 10, Gunner.
When you take out, Dover. You got
Dover,
it right.
and you put in Dozier. It's kind of a tongue twister.
Too many D's there.
But he gives up a little bit of size, and an arm tackle is able to bring him down.
They break the huddle with 10 seconds left on the play clock. Clock at 1, and Gore Pirates are going to have to take a timeout. Clock is winding down. Gore takes a timeout, and now both teams have taken one here in the first period. And as you said earlier, you can see that that's just first game jitters, first game not knowing necessarily how to line up. And it is 7-7 here, 5:13 left in the first quarter from Dover, Oklahoma. And we'll be right back here on Bravado Wireless.
We were there when your grandparents made their first telephone call. We were there when your parents were able to choose what to watch on cable. And now, we're here for you, providing high-speed internet service to your family. There is one thing we know for sure. No matter what happens next, Cross is here to keep you connected. Cross, serving families like yours, today and tomorrow.
Next time out.
Welcome back to Gore, Oklahoma. I formation for the Pirates. They fake, and this is the first pass of the game. Dane Perryman has found some open fields. He cuts it back. And Perryman, promised land, touchdown, Gore.
And that's what happened when the play action works to perfection. You saw this Gore Pirate team be able to run the ball with ease in these last couple of drives, and now they flake with the play action. He boots out to the right, and open is Perryman, and Perryman with some nifty running in the open field takes it all the way down for the Gore Pirate touchdown.
Perryman found himself all alone until the 20-yard line, made one man miss, and he puts the Pirates up by 6. The illegal formation, or false start, against Gore will back this one up 5. Make an extra point just a little more difficult.
False start against the Pirates, backs up 5.
And thank you for joining us here in Gore, Oklahoma. 13-7 the score in favor of the Gore Pirates. Extra point pending from Jackson Duke. who gets it up and in and gives the Pirates a 7-point lead.
Brings the score.
And you could see just the great movement in the open field by the Gore Pirates and the athlete Perriman himself taking things all the way down to the end zone. Just the great vision to cut back, because you know who the guy who made the touchdown in the first play of the game, Sanders, was chasing him from behind. And with the sudden cutback, he wasn't able to catch him. He takes that in for the score.
Throwing out footballs here at Gore, Oklahoma. The cheerleaders are excited. The home team is excited as they take a 7-0 lead. Sun setting. The lights are just about to come on. We're about that dusky point where you're going to need them. An opening day here in Oklahoma high school football.
And I'm not going to lie, Seth, I did miss this, okay? It's like it's every year it comes around. Once again, it's just the cheers from the fans when a big play happens, just the enthusiasm from the cheerleaders, the big plays. It's good to have football season back.
Isn't it? All right, Haskell. Back deep is Sanders and Graves. See if they will get the ball this time. Gore kicks away from both of them and gives it to William Mason. Makes a man miss at the 25. Be brought down around the 32-yard line, and that's where Haskell will have their second offensive possession of the day.
And that first drive offensively for Haskell, it was 3 straight runs, and it was a good job by that Gore Pirates defense being able to stop them, especially on 3rd down, to force them to punt the football. Let's see if they open up the offense a little bit more in this next drive.
4:55 left in the first quarter, 14-7 in favor of Dover. They fake the handoff. He's got men in his face. The pass from Westmoreland is complete to Kyle Burris, but he will be going not very far to pick up, we'll call it 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
And that was a good pass over there by Westmoreland.
2 men in his face.
Yeah, 2 men in his face, able to elude the pressure, and it was a kind of a bullet there. I didn't know if it was a completion or not, but it found the hands of the receiver.
This time's give is left side up the left tackle. William Mason will take it, gain about 2 yards, and it brings up a 3rd down once again for Haskell. Westmoreland looking in, and what's the play here, Dion?
You know, honestly, with a 3rd down, and especially with the yardage that you have to go, I think they go out here and pass the ball again. You can see there, it's a twins formation over here to the boundary side.
That'd be a false start. Looks like Haskell everybody was ready to go except for the center, Bradley Brown. Brown, a junior, and you don't necessarily want your name called if you're the center.
No, definitely not.
Brown is actually getting the start today because Haskell's other center was involved in a car wreck this week, has a concussion, and I guess you can say he's in concussion protocol. Pass from Westmoreland misses his target, Kyle Burris. It was high and wide, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and you can tell this Gore defense brought in that speed package a little bit. A couple of more DBs entered the field, and that nickel back right there, they sent him on a blitz, and he's able to apply some pressure and force an ill-advised pass.
Haskell started out the game returning the opening kickoff for a touchdown, but since then it's been all Gore. Haskell has gone 3 and out in their 2 possessions since returning, and Gore on their 2 possessions is taking them both into the end zone. James Dover back deep for Gore as they kick away from him, and he's just going to let this one roll out of bounds around the 30-yard line. Dover's got tape around his right ankle. He's been an explosive back so far for the Pirates.
Yeah, he truly has, especially in that first drive when he was healthy. It looked like he wasn't going to be brought down tonight. He's got a little shake it up on that first score there. Although he's still gaining positive yardage, isn't really the same explosive athlete that we've seen and that we saw on that first drive.
It's got to be credit due to the the Gore front five. They've been able to push Haskell's front line off the line of scrimmage, and Dover is able to get past the line of scrimmage without being touched. Offset I formation as they give it to Dover, and that time Haskell was able to get into the backfield. Dover does fall forward for a gain of about 2, but you could see his momentum was kind of disrupted by the Haskell front.
You can see him making moves in the back